I want to look into the case of Amy Bradley. She was the girl who went missing on a cruise ship in 1998. They never found her. There was a lot of suspicious things going on. I want to look into some of those things. At one point, she was at a party. There was something to do with a musician that she was dancing with. There was a sketchy neighbor that I want to look into. And there were many sightings afterwards by different people. So she did have distinctive marks on her. She had a tattoo of a Tasmanian devil holding a basketball. So there were very distinctive marks on her. So, and some people even claimed to have heard her name. All right, so I'm gonna first start. I'm just gonna start with pulling some general cards. What happened the night she went missing? Family. She did take a family vacation. She was on this cruise with her family. Alive. Power supply. Fraud. Road. Road and desert. Runaway. Beach. Makes sense. There was a man who did claim to see her on a beach, and a lot of people think that she was abducted and trying to get away. So this does kind of feel like it's a bit in line with that. And cover up. All right. All right, I'm going to ask some questions. I'm going to grab my tarot deck and I'm going to start asking some questions. What happened at the party that she was at before she went missing? Queen of Pentacles reversed. Feeling ungrounded. There was a question of whether or not someone had put something in her drink. Queen of Pentacles reversed. This is feeling ungrounded. Two of Wands is making plans. So making some sort of plans maybe with someone at this party. The World reversed, which is when the world is reversed, it's not being done with something. So it was like unfinished plans maybe. Someone had their eye on her and wasn't done with her at the end of the party. Three of Swords. And in this deck, literally sitting, like I just said, was something put into her drink. This really does seem like someone plans something. They didn't want to lose her, and they put something in her drink. Queen of Swords with King of Pentacles reversed. Now, I've done this reading before. I didn't post it, but just on my own to try to, see. And King of Pentacles, I kept getting a King of Pentacles here. I feel like this would be whoever it was at the head of the operation. If there was some sort of abduction, they do believe that she might have been abducted and trafficked. And with this Queen of Swords coming out next to this King of Pentacles reversed, it's kind of like trying to get rid of this, trying to free yourself from this. Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands, things being heavy. But this is almost like in a straight line, being forced, being told what to do, being just a worker, which is what a lot of people are afraid has happened to her, that she's just been forced to be a worker. Six of Pentacles reversed, taking something from her. Or like with the Six of Pentacles reversed could be like somebody being used. Eight of Cups, trying to escape. Ten of Pentacles, the family being distraught. Ten of Pentacles is usually like, you know, peace and harmony in the family being distraught. Three of Pentacles reversed, a collaboration, but they're missing the one person in the family. The Chariot reversed, going in a bad direction. I'm still getting this feeling of like being trapped, caught. Six of Wands reversed. This is usually like being in the public eye, but I do believe she went on the dark web, which is why I think that this is reversed here. Okay, I want to see what were the bass player's intentions with her. At one point she was dancing with this bass player who later on they found out that he had a suitcase filled with pictures of women, I believe like a ton, a suitcase filled with them. All right, so what were the bass player's intentions with her? He swears that it was just innocent. What was the bass player's intentions? Three of Pentacles reversed. Eight of Pentacles, working, money, making money, a bad collaboration. What was the musician's intentions with her? Nine of Cups reversed, Six of Swords. I still feel like taking her, it feels like. Nine of Cups reversed, taking you away from the life that you love, things that you love, people that you love. Six of Swords, going from here to there, going to a different place. And again, her trying to escape. Three of Wands reversed, no luck, no expansion there, not being able to get out. King of Cups, this is a man, usually a man that's very happy. So this man chasing his happiness at her expense. Five of Swords reversed, this could be some sort of brutality going on. Four of Pentacles, getting this feeling of holding on tight to her, strong-arming her. High Priestess reversed. There could have been some brutality here. Definitely feeling like that. Okay, I want to know, why did the bass player have a suitcase filled with pictures of women? It does still feel like to like rule over them. Five of Pentacles is like disabling them. Taking them away from their family. This also could be greed, using them for money. So I feel like he was part of some sort of weird operation. I do feel like he's guilty. King of Cups again. That King of Cups being like, you know, chasing his happiness at the expense. Look, a performer here. Someone who's performing. And this is a grenade up in the air. Page of Swords reversed. Defending yourself, being really defensive, but like still holding that. The World. Maybe traveling. The world is sometimes travel. We do have a ship here in this King of Cups. So traveling the world. The King of Swords reversed and Five of Swords reversed. Yeah, something weird there. King of Swords reversed could definitely be brutality. Could be like some sort of someone who is like owning you really, or like being forceful with you in some way, or it even could be like a psychopath. Page of Pentacles, trying to figure something out, which maybe trying to figure out how to escape. Five of Swords reversed again. Like this is, I feel like some sort of fighting, brutality, or threats of it. Eight of Wands reversed, not being able to get anywhere. Like really being like wanting to, having that fire, but like not being able to get there, not being able to escape. Working hard to do it. Anxiety. And Four of Swords, this is like in need of healing, in need of like serious healing. And the Lovers reversed. This could be, you know, someone binding her to them in something she doesn't want to be in. This guy definitely feels shady to me. Now, this is all my opinion only. It's all alleged. Did the bass player abduct Amy or have something to do with it? Plans. Strength. Knight of Cups, like charming, being charming and offering something, also offering a drink. And again, Five of Pentacles, disabling you. This definitely feels like, and again, look, this looks like a hospital scene in some way, like these plans to disable this person, but you know, I'm going to charm you, and then you're going to be, then I got you. I feel like this guy is guilty. Again, this is all alleged. My opinion only, not facts, but how about the neighbor guy? The neighbor guy he swore he had nothing to do with it. I thought it was a little bit weird that he was like, at some point, trying to talk to her from like, you had to kind of lean over the balcony a bit and look around to be able to talk to a neighbor on that ship. I thought it was kind of odd that he was trying to speak to her. And I also thought it was odd that around the time that she went missing, somebody, the neighbor to the other side of him, heard him speaking loudly over a very loud TV. Super, super loud. But he was alone. So it was like, who was he talking to? So, all right. So did the neighbor have anything to do with this? Page of Cups. The messenger. Making a bad judgment. Bad judgment call. Three of Cups reversed. This is a party gone wrong. I believe he was at that party, but I think he got back earlier. I'm not sure. I think he said he was there and he saw her there, but Three of Cups. You see this party situation here. This party situation here, and this is kind of like cleaning up the after effects of the party. But with Three of Cups reversed, sometimes that could be some sort of shady third party operation. It does feel like this feels a little shady. It does feel like he might have, maybe he just facilitated it. Maybe he was involved with the musician in some way. Maybe they both got paid. Four of Cups. This is like trying to decide if you want something or not. So maybe they offered him money and he was like, I'm not sure. I don't know what to do here. And then maybe he took it with judgment being reversed. Maybe he made that bad judgment call and took it. It's like, I could get myself into trouble here, but I probably could keep my head above water and make a lot of money, maybe? The Mob with Seven of Swords. Yes, exactly. the mob, asking if like he's involved in like this operation. We have the mob here and him like in the middle of it with Seven of Swords, which is a liar. Seven of Swords is all about like lies, deception, hiding things, sneaking things, things like that. So yeah, I do feel like he was definitely involved in something else. Flipped here, the Chariot reversed, not being able to go anywhere with the Chariot reversed. Ten of Swords, and an ending for her, not being able to see her family anymore, just being taken. The Empress reversed, the Queen of Swords. The Empress reversed is like, this is the opposite of being treated like divine feminine, like this is the goddess card, but reverse is like you are being something like taken in some way, and Queen of Swords trying to defend yourself. I think that I do think the neighbor might have had something, some sort of connection with this. All alleged. What was the neighbor's intentions towards Amy? Let me ask it like that. Temperance reversed. Temperance reversed could be being poisoned or having too much alcohol in you. It's some sort of imbalance there. Seven of Cups, that's about having a lot of different options. So again, maybe he was given this offer and he was like, what should I do? I'm not sure which way to go with this. But Ace of Cups reversed, that's usually some sort of self-love, loving yourself, or even maybe taking in some way from her. The Hermit. He did claim that he was there alone and that he just likes to be alone. And Knight of Wands reversed. Misdirected or misguided passions. Queen of Swords reversed, getting even more defensive. And again, greed. Making money off of her. I think he was offered some money and he had to decide if he wanted to be. A money opportunity literally flipped out of my hands as I said that. Yep. I believe he's involved too. I want to know, some pictures came up of Amy that they think was her, where she was basically, you know, looked like she was being trafficked, and she was on like a website where you can basically go shopping. It's awful. Let's see. So was that Amy in those pictures? Ten of Cups reversed. I do look, it's like a happy family here, but like with one person missing, and that's kind of what it was. It was like, it was the mom, the dad, the brother, and her. And now she's over here missing and almost like put into this sort of work that, you know, she can't get out of, and against her will at that. Queen of Swords, again, still trying to defend yourself, trying to get rid of something, trying to, you know, figure out what to do and how to save yourself. Let's see. The Hermit with Four of Cups, like, I don't want this. I need to try to be alone or get away from these people. Six of Cups reversed. That usually could be someone from the past, or regretting past actions, maybe thinking, you know, I should have never danced with that guy if it started there, or something to that effect. Eight of Swords, being trapped. In most decks you see this where there's a woman and she has like all, you know, swords around her, and it kind of looks like a jail. So being trapped here. So I think it was her in the pictures, especially with this coming out right there for that question. I do think it was her in the pictures. And how about the bathroom? There was a lady that claimed she bumped into her and that she told her who she was and that she asked her for help, but that there was a man, I believe, outside the door, and I believe he was armed. She believes that was Amy Bradley. So let's see, was that Amy Bradley in that bathroom? Yes, and trying to protect herself in some way, like being trapped, definitely being trapped and unable to get out of these bars, but trying to. This is also the vibe of like not giving up. Wheel of Fortune reversed, especially in this deck. This, you know, this party situation gone wrong. Things taking a turn for the worst. Knight of Pentacles reversed. This could be like dishonest work, being forced to work. Dishonest work for those who are forcing her to be with them and, you know, forcing her to work for them. That's what it feels like. Five of Swords, again, trying to get away, and see they're coming after. So, and again, Eight of Swords, this feeling of like feeling trapped. And the Chariot reversed, you can't go anywhere, it's stuck. When the Chariot is reversed, it's stuck. It's like usually like some decks it's a car, and like sometimes a horse and buggy or things like that, but so reverse, it's like this feeling of being stuck. There was someone who claimed to have seen her in a brothel, who also said that she asked him for help, but he said again there was somebody armed outside the door, and it had this whole thing to do with he was in the Navy and he didn't want to lose his, he wasn't supposed to be there, so he would have gotten into some trouble, something to that effect. But he does claim that she asked him for help. So was that her? Two of Swords, decision, a hard decision. Page of Pentacles, trying to figure out again something, which I think trying to figure out how to escape. And you see the scene in this kind of being like underground. I believe this was sort of like an underground kind of a thing. The Hermit trying to get away from, you know, a past decision gone wrong. Eight of Pentacles reversed. This could be doing work that you don't want to do. Dishonest money, justice. Yep, I feel like that was her there too. And there was a man who saw her on the beach as well. He claims to be 100% positive it was her. Let's see. Was that her? Five of Cups reversed. Trying to recover. I believe so. Let's see. Five of Cups reversed. Ten of Wands reversed. Things being really heavy. Trying to drop some of that weight. Five of Wands reversed, trying to come back from conflicts. Yeah, I definitely believe that he saw her too. King of Pentacles reversed. He said that she was with a man or two men, and that they stared at him in such a way that that's what made him remember her and like notice more about her. And again, that King of Pentacles, like I was getting in the beginning, you know, again, the head of this operation, this money making, what I think is a trafficking operation. Judgment coming out. I didn't even see when that flew out. So, let's see. Some people think there is also a theory that she got off the boat to get something and that she might have been abducted then, that maybe it wasn't anyone on the boat. Is there any truth to this? Justice reversed. Anxiety reverse, like not worrying. Again, greed, seeing her as somebody who could really make money. Magician. Queen of Cups reversed. This Queen of Cups reversed, she did leave. Well, between 5:30 and 6 o'clock was when she went missing. Her father saw her on the balcony, kind of laying down at 5:30, and by 6 o'clock, she was missing. But her shoes were still there, but her cigarettes and lighter were gone. So it's almost as if she went to kind of take a break. Something happened off the ship. Did she walk off and somebody abducted her? King of Wands reverse. An aggressive man. Feels more like somebody took her off the ship. Somebody take her off the ship. Page of Swords, trying to defend yourself. Trying not to be caught, trying to defend yourself in some way. But getting trapped. Again, this King of Swords being like this military leader here, but with bad intentions, not an actual military leader. You know what I'm trying to say. The Star being reversed, things being unaligned, and him chasing his happiness with, using her for money, chasing money and strong-arming her, like I said. I want to see if I can see where is she now? Is she still alive? Is she around? Is she still in the same spot? Is she still trapped? I feel like, yeah, caught in the middle of this mob. Feels like no free will. Knight of Cups reversed and Page of Cups reversed. This could be bad news. Bad offers, bad news. Losing a fight, Seven of Wands reversed. It's like used her for money to gain happiness, prestige, and everything else, the Devil. Where is Amy now? Bad money opportunity, lots of money here. Looks like she's made them a lot of money. She might still be in the same situation. This is kind of like some sort of public admiration with Page of Swords, but not wanting it, like trying to defend yourself, but just being stuck in this horror. The Tower. That's everything destructing. And if you see the picture too, this person does not want to be in the middle of all of this chaos going on. Oh dear. I'm not sure if at this point if she's still in the same area or if, just pull a couple more. Feels like she might still be in the same position, trying to climb up, trying to get out, defending herself. If she is still alive, if she's still alive, I hope that she's found. My heart goes out to the family. My heart is broken for them. They seem like really good people, and no one should have to go through this. Keep in mind, you guys, to stay safe. You never know what could happen when you're out there. All right, you guys. Talk soon.